Oh snap!
All right, we're starting in 3, 2, 1. Hey everybody, welcome to Planet Geek TV's podcast, episode number 7. Today is, what is today?
The 9th.
May 9th. It's Mother's Day.
Happy Mama's Day to all you mamas out there.
Yeah, happy Mother's Day to all your mothers.
Women out there.
It's late,
Sorry.
but if you haven't called your mom, call your mom and tell her happy Mother's Day, okay?
Please do.
Yes, please. Be a good son.
Or daughter, yeah.
Or whatever.
Or whatever.
Be a good child.
Bird, whatever.
There you go, be a good child. All right,
No,
so we got a lot of stuff to talk about today. We got some news for you. We got Invincible Season 1, the entire season that we're going to talk about.
Which it hurt me to kill all those episodes at one time.
It was fucking good, though, wasn't it? It was good.
It was great.
Okay.
But it hurt.
And then we got Robert to watch The Conjuring so we can talk about it.
I got some nice words for that.
All right, but first up, we're going to talk about the news. What's going on, Noe?
Oh yeah, so up in the news. I don't know if you saw, but Marvel did like a whole slate trailer for their next 2 years, I believe, of movies.
They sure did.
And may I say, Eternals looks like trash.
Oh my god.
Like
Here we
trash.
go, dude. Look, Eternals is going to be your favorite fucking Marvel movie. Mark my words. Mark my words.
It might be. He's not lying on this one.
Okay, fine.
Okay, look, Neil, look. Fucking Eternals was written by a little indie artist or author, I should say, named Neil Gaiman, okay? You're going to fucking love the Eternals. I'm telling you right now. It's going to be your favorite Marvel movie.
Okay, we'll see about that.
So whatever they showed us, I mean, in this trailer, there wasn't much. Maybe like 2 or 3 scenes. But yeah, it wasn't a full-on trailer. It was just like a little snippet or like a little teaser, right? I'm thinking we're probably going to get the Eternals trailer when Black Widow drops.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Like, dude, I was hoping we'd see at least some type of hint towards Blade. Because honestly, when it comes to the new phase of movies, the only shit I care about is Blade. Like, I just want to see where that's going. I just want to see how they're going to bring that character. That's all. That's what I'm worried. Like, not worried, but interested in.
When is Blade? Blade comes out after Fantastic Four, right? Isn't it 2024?
I think so. Like,
Yeah.
2023, 2024.
All I know is they have Mahershala Ali as Blade. Fucking fantastic choice, dude.
That's a good choice.
Mahershala Ali is an amazing actor. Did you ever see Luke Cage?
Yeah, I was gonna say he did a great job in Luke Cage, and like honestly, when it came to that Marvel shows on Netflix, Luke Cage was actually my favorite.
Yeah?
Yeah,
Not Daredevil? I'm surprised.
Thank you. Oh my god, I said the same thing.
I like Daredevil, but not enough. Not over Luke Cage, dude. Like Luke Cage was fucking good.
So mine, actually, I had the Netflix show since we're talking about it. Mine was Jessica Jones.
I'll get the fucking.
Jessica Jones was fucking awesome, dude.
Jessica Jones is number 2 for me.
Purple Man was fucking awesome. You telling me he wasn't awesome?
He was okay,
dude.
I guess.
Dude, he was awesome. Yeah, Jessica Jones, then Daredevil, and then Luke Cage. I think everybody has Iron Fist last, which is fucking.
Iron Fist was fucking dog shit, dude.
I mean, hey, season 2 was decent, man. It wasn't season 1 was not good, but season 2 was actually decent.
I hated it. It hurt to watch.
What did y'all think of Defenders?
Trash.
I liked it.
No, trash.
Okay. I thought it was okay.
They could have done a lot more. It was so bad. Throw them like real villains. Like, what the fuck was going on that whole season?
Yeah.
It's supposed to be this awesome coming together of 4 superheroes. Anyways, we're getting off track. But yeah, Eternals, which is another group of fucking superheroes. So, do you guys know Thanos' backstory, right?
Yeah, like the real Thanos
yes,
backstory or the
real Thanos.
MCU?
No,
yes.
real. So
here and there, like.
So Eternals are fucking beings that have been experimented on by Celestials, right? And they get powers. So there's Eternals scattered throughout all the galaxy, right? And anyway, so the Thanos' mother and father are an Eternal. That's why he's so strong. He's older than Thor. He's stronger than Thor. He's been around for a long time. So I'm thinking maybe in this Eternal movie, maybe we'll get like a baby Thanos or something. That'd be cool. They make like maybe at the end like a snippet or something. We'll see like a child born, and it's Thanos, little baby Thanos.
That'd be cool. I think that's asking a lot for the MCU though. But
how is that a lot? It's like their main supervillain in the first fucking like.
But yeah, but it's time to close that book already. Don't you think it's time to like?
it's the cinematic universe. Do you think they're really gonna keep beating that dead horse?
Eternals is.
I hope not.
I don't think Eternal like some of the movies of Eternals is set in our time, but most of it is set in the past because they keep dying, getting reborn.
We'll find out. Well, because remember, it's what the mass is gonna understand. You know what I'm saying? It's obviously the people that know more about it. You're not gonna. I doubt they're gonna cater to that. They're gonna try to cater to the mass, and it's got to be something that's gonna be easy and quick to follow.
You'd think a little bald baby, purple baby, and then them saying, "We'll name him Thanos," is gonna be too hard for the audience to understand.
Yep.
All right.
I highly do.
All right.
I don't care.
Moving on. What else do we have, Noah?
Moving on. There's another Loki trailer out. I don't know if y'all are. Yeah, I'm 50-50 about it. I'm not gonna lie. I'm like, I'm gonna watch it, of course, but I'm not hyped about it.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on. Like, it just maybe this is how the timeline's fractured. Maybe they're gonna see, like, we'll see what happens there. I don't know, man. I mean, we get some more shots of that city. What is that city called that he's in?
Oh, I don't even know.
It's some bureau.
No clue.
Yeah, it's like a bureau. Yeah.
Yeah, King the Conqueror springs from that bureau, I believe.
Like, honestly, truthfully, the only reason I want to see the show is because Owen Wilson's in it. I don't care what y'all say.
Wow.
Owen Wilson.
Wow,
Yeah.
Robert. Wow.
Just kidding, Owen.
You're better than that, dude.
Yeah, you're better than that. Come on, dude. Yeah, I mean, he looks like the comic relief in this, so we'll see what happens.
Yeah.
But yeah, we got more trailers, and it's just like, all right, just drop the damn series already. Shit.
No.
Oh, they did move it up a week earlier too, right?
Oh yeah. They did move it up a week before.
Pump that trash out, baby.
I
Pump that trash
You
out.
already know that. We just gotta get rid of this shit now.
Yeah.
I think they wanted to drop it before Black Widow dropped, or they didn't want it competing at the same time, or something like that.
Smart move.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I mean, I'm gonna watch both anyway. Marvel, fuck. And then what else do we have in the news?
League of Legends, if you're into those type of video games, if you
Video games. Now we're talking.
Now we're talking, right, Robert?
I have been waiting for everybody who has ever been interested in League of Legends lore or seen any of their cinematics have been fucking waiting for some type of either movie or show, and they finally dropped the trailer, and I was already excited because I saw Jinx instantly. Jinx, meaning that they're going to have their characters in this show. And I thought it was going to be like a complete side story of like some random characters. No, they already showed Jinx. So that's going to give us a pretty good insight on them having the characters in there, which is going to open up the lore so much.
Yeah, we've talked about like before, like them like making a series because their characters are so awesome.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah.
I love the lore so much. I literally went through like every fucking character, every champion, like, and there's over 100. And I read all their bios, and then Riot's like, you know all that shit you read? We're changing everything because we're talking assets. I was like,
I remember that.
Oh, what the fuck? So then, like, I'm excited for it. It looks cool. It's gonna be on Netflix too. I'm excited.
Yeah, the thing is, they're probably gonna drop the whole series at one time too. And it's a series event. Did you catch that? So I wonder if it's supposed to tie in with something that's gonna happen in the game.
It may be. Maybe with the that's gonna come out, the RPG, the Bilgewater one.
I mean, I know they started making. I mean, they're starting to make the MMO for League. So they said.
Go ahead.
They said they wanted to make the MMO to branch out the story for, I guess, Runeterra or League of Legends or something like that. It's the main reason to have an MMO. I don't know. What were you gonna say?
I was going to tell Noe, too, side note, they're actually working on a fighting game, too. And it looks promising. Like, it looks pretty good.
I don't know about
that. And they're going to be dropping soon, I think, at one of the events. They're going to be supposedly dropping another trailer. It looks nice. Like, it looks like Street Fighter 5S type graphics.
Oh, okay.
And it's side-scrolling. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It's not a 3D. It's not an arena. It's an actual 2D fighter, yeah. So I'm actually a little excited for that, too.
Man, Riot's dropping a lot of games.
Yeah, right? sponsor. Riot is doing exceptional. So
Give us some money, right?
No, wait. Why have you never got into League of Legends, man?
It looks dumb.
it looks.
I
Hold on, wait. Before you have you ever like played like computer games like in the past? No,
yeah,
right?
yeah, I have.
Like what computer games?
I thought you were like me. You didn't really fuck with PC.
I mean, I played when I was a lot younger, but then I got into console more, and
Yeah, yeah.
on PC again. But
That's where people branch out. I think is like if you go to console, you like stay with console, right?
yeah,
Like I remember telling Robert the future of video games is on PC, and he laughed at me. I'll tell this story. I'll tell this story every day. I'll tell that story every fucking day. We were sitting in the auditorium in high school, right? And him and his friend were sitting next to me, and yeah, we're having a conversation, and I told him how I got a computer, and I was ready to play some video games on there. I was like, dude, I think the future of video games is on PC. And he turns to his friend. He's like, this guy thinks the future of video games is on PC, and they both started laughing at me.
Think of that.
What console you got right now, Robert? What do you have, dude? What do you have?
That episode of Dave Chappelle where Prince is talking to Charlie Murphy and they just look at each other and they laugh. That's exactly what.
That's
happened.
exactly what happened. He slapped his
Yeah,
knee and everything.
Like, you fucking.
Mm-hmm.
What console do I have? Motherfucker, I got a fucking Predator GTX 5000.
Which is the PC. I was right in the end, okay? All right.
It's just convenient to have everything.
What else do we have this week, Noah?
Stranger Things, another season. If you like that show too, I'm not gonna sound like a hater, but
You don't like that show?
I love the first season. When
Okay.
Season 2 came out, I was like, kill it. And now we're at season 4. Fucking murder it already. They're gonna bring it to the fucking end. Like, they're gonna burn this fucking series.
How dare you talk down on Stranger Things right now?
Dude, I love the first season. I'm not against it. I was addicted, but season 2 was like, eh.
Why? It just increasingly got better every season.
They should have left it alone.
I will say season 3 was a little meh because of that one guy, Homegirl's brother. That dude was kind of annoying, the lifeguard guy.
Oh, yeah.
That arc thing wasn't so much keen on, but the mind flayer, like especially the end where you see the upside down of like what's happening at Hawkins at the end, like that shit was great. I love seeing that. They're at the dance, they're all maturing. Like it's character development on top of the chaos that's happening. Like yes, all this shit's happening, but the kids are growing up at the same time. And I love that aspect of shows. I love seeing character development, and it's happening as we're literally watching them grow up. So I'm actually excited to see 4. From the trailer, it does look like, I don't know if they're going to do it, but it looks like we're going to get a little bit of the background from where 11 was created. And it looked like there was the other numbers as well there too. So I've been waiting to see, how she was created, or if she was created, or was she born like that? Like I wanted more story background on how she came to her power. So
didn't we get a lot of that already? Didn't we get a lot of her background already and what happened with Papa?
We did, but we didn't. Like I feel like this season's gonna touch a lot on it based on that trailer.
I feel like in the series we got enough to know what happened. So I wonder what the hell they're gonna do here.
I have no clue, but homie's not dead, and it looked like laboratory stuff in the past is what we were looking at. So.
Well, yeah, homie's in Russia, right?
Mm-hmm.
Apparently.
Yep.
I would like an actual mind flayer. They call it a mind flayer because they play D&D, so they just reference it. But I would like an actual mind flayer. That'd be dope as shit.
Well, I don't know what that is, but
it's like a Cthulhu. It's like, think of a human, but like a Cthulhu head, tentacles.
Like that one fucking 14.
14. Yeah, that boss. Yeah, that guy. Yeah. That is right there. That's a mind flayer.
Okay. Yeah. That looks like shit.
Are you gonna? So you're gonna watch this, knowing? I feel like when Stranger Things come out, Robert has a point to like watching like the whole series in like one day or binging it or something like that. Like I've done that with Stranger Things season 1, season 2, and season 3, and I can't really remember what the hell happens.
Yeah, that's why I don't like to binge, because
like, I know the characters.
Forget it.
I know the characters, but I'm just like, oh yeah, they killed this guy. All right, cool. And just forget about it. I'm like, all right, whatever.
Because then you can't like really think about it. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just kind of like you one shot it. You think about it for like the first 2 days, and then after that, if nobody either caught up with you or hasn't seen it, then you just kind of forget about it. It's like, I know I like the series, but I don't know why, and I don't like that feeling.
Yeah, I like the series. It's good. What did you like about it?
I don't know.
I don't know.
But I liked it.
But it was good. Yeah, that's what I like. I like having conversations about stuff we love. That's why we created this podcast. So like, I would go talk about like Stranger Things at work and be like, yeah, I liked it. It was good. What'd you like about it? Yeah.
And then it's like somebody who like he's either watching it or watched it not all at once or can remember it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, exactly.
So,
They just talk about the end. The end is all they know.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, is that it for news, Noe?
Yeah, that's all we got.
All right, it's time to get into Invincible Season 1. Man,
Yes.
this was such a good show. Jesus. I can't believe I didn't wasn't watching it weekly. Like they advertised it and I was getting hit with it. I'm just like, whatever.
And
It's some animated shit.
I didn't get any advertisement for it. Like the only advertisement I got were people sending me shit saying, "Oh, you need to watch this. You need to watch this. Look at it." I was like, "Why does everybody tell me to watch this show?" And then I realized why, because it's so fucking gory and it's my shit. That's my jam.
So me and Robert were talking the other day, and he got a text with a spoiler on it, and
Rudy,
I
you know
was
who
like,
you are.
and I was like, this is why people binge shit, man. This is why. Because they don't want shit spoiled, man. And people are fucking assholes and they will spoil it.
You're completely dead ass right about that.
Yes, exactly, dude. Like fucking like when movies come out and shit, it sucks because I'm only off and I could go to the theaters or watch a movie, a big AAA title, because my work keeps me away during like Thursday nights or Friday nights when when the movies come out. And I'm always on YouTube, and I don't even need to click on a video. The fucking thumbnail tells it all.
Yep.
I hate that shit, dude.
Yeah.
Fucking hate it.
Yep. So that's how it is on like all levels. So like if you're on social media, there'll be some random asshole you'll be scrolling through, and then just be like, "Holy shit! Did you see that last episode of Invincible where he did this and this and this?" And you're like, "Oh fuck." Ruined, man. Yeah.
Dude, I'm not gonna lie. That day I was browsing 4chan, and then they're like, "Click this," and you click it, and then it was the fucking snap, and I was like,
"This
motherfucker!
Are you fucking kidding me? This motherfucker sent it to me, and he sent it to me, and I was going there on Thursday night. The movie had not hit yet; it wasn't even out, and this motherfucker sends me I was so mad. I was so fucking mad.
The thumbnail was like some random shit, and then you click it, and it's a fucking gif of fucking Iron Man doing this, and then fucking disintegrating. And I was like,
it was the end game where Iron Man puts on the glove and he fucking snaps and destroys all of Thanos' army.
And I was like, go ahead.
Sorry. No, continue, because I got a story too.
I was gonna say I put that. Not only did I send to him, I put that bitch on fucking Facebook. I was like, "Hey guys, check this shit out."
He was like, "It was ruined for me. Now I'm gonna ruin it for you guys." Fucking worst thing ever, dude. Look, and you know why I was so mad? Because he wasn't as committed as I was to the MCU. Fucking on the background of like all the comics. I've been waiting my whole childhood for this shit, and then Robert just ruins it with a fucking gift. Well, they're doing it for me. I'm gonna ruin it for you. Not even fucking invested as much as I was, man. I still love you though. I still love you though. All right, what was your story tonight?
So like same thing, Endgame came out, and like I was not going on YouTube and shit just because I already knew she was gonna be spoiled. So like I think I was playing Call of Duty, and you know Call of Duty's fucking fan base, dude. God. So like this dude was like talking to me, like talking shit to me, just like Call of Duty, and like I have fun talking shit too. So like we were talking shit back and forth. Then he's like, "Hey, guess what?" And I was like, "What?" He's like, Tony Stark snaps his fingers and he disintegrates the shit. Like he went out of nowhere and just told me everything, and I was like, "You motherfucker!"
What
like
a fucking dildo, dude.
Just out of nowhere, just was talking shit to me and just spoiled a movie to like really upset me. It's like this bastard.
Yo, that one actually hurt you, little shit. Like what the fuck?
You actually hurt me. You could have called me anything you wanted, anything. But you gotta ruin Endgame for me.
All right, Tony, take on. Let's talk about episode 4, my friend.
Yeah, episode 4. So episode 4 was the episode where he went to help the astronauts go to Mars, right?
Yeah.
And then we saw those fucking little alien plant things. What are they called? Mouth
forgot.
huggers. Mouth huggers.
Yeah, basically face huggers.
Face huggers.
Yeah.
There you go. Face huggers. Yeah, and then so basically he goes there. They get captured by the Martians or some shit. Yeah, and they have to kill him or something, right?
Yeah, the Martians are like, for some reason, when these things infect humans, instead of just being like not smart and just kind of dumb, they actually become like a hive mind, like an exceptionally intelligent hive mind. So to make sure that doesn't happen, we have to kill the humans here.
Yeah.
Which, I don't know.
And Invincible's whole purpose was to make sure that this mission goes good, so that way when he comes back to Earth, everything looks like everything's going good.
Yeah.
Yeah, basically we had one of the face huggers. I guess he jumped on one of the astronauts, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So basically they went back to Earth. This was this whole episode. It was like filler, I guess, but it's probably setting something up in the future. But they go back to Earth, and you see the guy like morph or whatever, and he was he had a face hugger on his face, I guess, or whatever.
Yeah. Before that, the face huggers, or they were trying to kill them. They escape, and as they're leaving, that's when you see the face hugger things can like take over your body and like replicate you, I guess you can say, because like the little American flag patch was like morphing, and that's how you could tell that he's going back to Earth as not the original, but the face hugger.
Yes.
Yeah. And it was a setup for later, It didn't pay off this season, but it probably will next season. What happened in episode 5, Noe?
The Titan's backstory. What'd you think about Titan?
Dude, Titan is probably like the coolest character for me.
Yeah, I really did enjoy Titan. Like, he's pretty badass.
Did you know who Titan is voiced by?
I don't know, but it's familiar. Who is it?
It's Blade, baby. It's Marshall Ali.
Shut the fuck up.
Yep, that was Titan, dude. I was like, fuck.
Dude, like, he was a badass throughout that fucking episode. Like, for real. Like, honestly, I like him more than probably even Invincible. Like, they should give him his own show.
Dude, that whole flip at the end was fucking sick. Like, like when he's like, when the guy, what's his name? The guy that teleports around, whatever. He's in there and he's like, he's talking to his new boss, and we're like, who the fuck is the new boss? Yeah. And it ends up being Titan. I was like, oh shit, that's badass, dude. Yeah.
Came through with the suit check and everything.
Yeah. And we had the music playing in the background. The music was really good. But yeah, what did you like this episode? Did you like this fight scene? It was brutal as fuck, dude.
Oh my god.
Dude. Well, Beast, what the hell's that little Monster Girl?
Monster Girl, yeah, Monster Girl.
Oh, she got demolished, dude.
Dude, she got fucked up.
Basically, the premise, I'll just give you a background for this episode. Titan is he's like a villain, or he's like a thug, or he's like stealing and shit. Like, he's a bad guy, right? Or he works for bad people, basically.
He's like a Robin Hood, though, kind of.
Yeah, he works for Titan works for this boss named Machine Head that is the bad guy. Titan is trying to leave. He doesn't want to do that. He doesn't want to have that life anymore. But Machine Head won't let him leave, so he goes and he finds Invincible to come and help him, and it takes some time for him to convince Invincible. Finally, Invincible's like, all right, I'll help you. But, he had that whole conflict of, like, this guy's a villain, like, why should I help him? And then he sees him with his kid, and he's like, okay, all right, he's human. So he decides to help him, and they go to Machine Head's place. I guess, what is it, like it's a tower or something, right?
Yeah.
He basically makes a lot of money and shit off of burning buildings, off insurance and stuff like that. Hey, he's just a scummy dude, basically.
Yeah.
So he
lives in like a very low poverty area, and he just takes advantage of everything around there.
Yeah, basically, he's just a scumbag, right? So him and Titan and Invincible go there to stop him, and this is where this whole battle ensues. They thought they were, sneak attacking him, I guess, but he knew they were coming. So
He already knew, yeah.
Oh, side note, real quick. Mark does end up going to Omni-Man, and this is important because this is gonna add up to the last episode. And Omni-Man's basically like, don't trust him, and he's basically just a human. Let that shit happen.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Like it's a little above you to help in a situation like that.
yeah, above you.
Yeah, it's above you. That's cute.
Yeah.
And his mom's like, no. Like, I feel that you should definitely, help somebody who needs help. That's what makes you you. That's what makes you a good hero in her eyes.
Yeah.
Side note though.
And by the way, the mom's already tripping balls because she's already already starting to believe that her husband killed the what were they called again?
Guardians of the
Guardian.
Yeah. And yeah, and then we get to this fight, and it's fucking awesome. Like he summons all these, Machine Head like teleports all these villains from like different fucking places, and there's one that stood out above all of them, which is Battle Beast, obviously.
My favorite of those guys, dude. He
Yeah,
was
fucking tiger or
for my League of Legends fans. He's basically Ringar.
Yeah, he's like a lion. Fucking, he's just some badass.
He literally had the same personality too. Like he wasn't there to just like be a henchman. He's like, bring me your strongest because I want strong fighters. Like I want to fuck shit up.
So during this whole fight, right? During this whole fight, they're all fighting these different villains. One was like had like thunder powers. One had like fire. It was like lava or some shit.
Yeah.
Like what, ribbons or what the fuck was that?
Yeah, he had like ribbons in his chest. Some weird shit.
Some weird
surprisingly
villains.
wrecked. He's surprisingly wrecked though. I didn't.
Oh no, yeah, he wrecked.
They made it work. I don't know how. I was like, this dude looks like shit. Like he's probably throwaway.
So Titan and them are fighting. Titan gets his ass whooped and like fucking runs off and leaves Invincible there to get his ass beat.
Yeah, he does.
So did you see when Battle Beast was like smashing Invincible into the ground, right, with his battle fucking mace?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he looks up and he sees Omni-Man, and I'm like, oh fuck, we can get Omni-Man destroy Battle Beast, and it never happened. I'm like, what the fuck, bro? That would have been so awesome.
Like there's a giant hole in the ceiling, and Invincible's getting demolished, like done, like he's probably gonna die type shit.
Yeah.
And while he's getting beat, he looks up real quick, and he sees his dad for a split second. He sees Omni-Man, and then he blinks, and then he's gone. Omni-Man does not intervene at all. He just literally lets Mark get fucked up. But this is key. It's very important that he did this. And I didn't realize this until the end, why he did that.
Yeah, and then the Guardians of the Globe showed up too, and they were trying to help Invincible as well, but they got demolished as well. Like they weren't shit, dude. They're not like the old Guardians of the Globe.
Absolutely. I mean, they're a new team. They just became a team, you know?
What was it? Yeah. They were like the fourth team. I forget what the teen team or some shit like that. That's what they were called before.
Team.
Yeah.
Well, it was the teen team and then like a bunch of other ones. And then they kind of just picked and pulled from.
They recruited.
Yeah, Robot Selection. He customized the team to be the new one.
So you got, what's the guy that used to have powers, didn't have powers, and he was on the Guardians of the Globe before?
Oh, I forget that dude's name.
Yeah. He was kind of cool.
Yeah, he was pretty good.
He got fucked up. We had Monster Girl that was on the team, which is pretty cool. Then we had the fast chick, which is kind of like the Flash and like fucking Ant-Man put together. She can
No, she's not fast.
Who?
She can just change her size.
Yeah, she's Ant-Man.
Really?
Yeah, she just changes her size.
I thought she was fast. Huh. Okay. All right. Well, yeah, she's changing her, so she's Ant-Man or whatever. And then we have what's his name? What's the douche's name? Rexplode. Oh, Jesus, what a word! I don't understand.
I hate that character. I hate Rexplode so fucking much.
Yeah, and Robot. Yeah, that's who we have.
I'm forgetting one.
I don't know.
Duplicate, the one you hate.
Oh yeah, I left her out for a reason though. Like she's not shit. Literally, I hate that character. Worthless. Like what? Okay, so she duplicates herself, right? She'll jump in like there's a duplicate of her. That duplicate gets smashed and turned to like fucking guts and shit. Does the guts stay there, or do they like vanish? Like what happens to those guts, man?
That is a good fucking question, Batman.
I think they vanish.
No, I think it's there.
No.
She's literally just duplicating herself.
Yeah, she's literally making bodies, like real bodies, real living, breathing bodies.
What would stop her from making like 1 million clones, though? I don't know. She's a weird character. Maybe she can only do a certain amount or something. Anyways, but that was that episode. That was that whole episode.
Yeah, and basically the climax on that was they all got fucked up to the point where they all had to be hospitalized, and Mark was literally on life support. Like he was basically like, is he gonna live? Is he gonna die? Same thing for Monster Girl. She got so badly fucked up. She was also teetering on life or death. And the other guy that lost his powers as well.
The guy that lost his powers, he got his arm cut off. Monster Girl got fucked up. Like, so when she turns into she's basically the Hulk. But when she turns into the monster, basically think of like half of Hulk's like fucking like meat and flesh on the skeleton just taken off.
Gone, completely gone.
Yeah. So she was on life support too, which is pretty cool. But all three of them made it in the end. So
Well, you find that out the next episode.
I think this episode 5, is probably my favorite episode, not counting the last one.
Okay, I can see that.
Because
it was definitely good.
It was really.
Yeah, it was really
I like the fight. I really like the fight.
I was like, so you know how they're all in that building? I'm like, how's that building not fucking destroyed, like reduced to rubble right now? Like, what is going on?
That man has millions of dollars in that building, probably.
Yeah, and then we see the guy that teleports. He was like Machine Head's right hand man. He turned on Machine Head, I guess, and now he's serving Titan. He's Titan's right hand man.
Yeah,
which is pretty
Titan's
cool.
boss.
I'd like to see what happens with Titan next season. That's for sure.
Yeah, for sure.
What happened in episode 6, Robert?
So that's where we had the. This was more of Mark and his girlfriend's.
I felt like it was a side story, right? Like a little side.
Yeah.
I didn't like it too much, but
yeah, I was saying that because I went back and rewatched these episodes for you guys, so we could be on point together.
For you guys, did you see that? For you guys.
At least I did it for you guys.
I mean, we're in the situation because of you, but anyways.
Yeah, exactly. And yeah, I saw it the first time, didn't like it. Saw it the second time, didn't like it. I did not like it.
It's because it's literally just basically him and his girl and his best friend going to college, or going to go visit a college, and then they end up finding a villain essentially, who's like making these cyborgs because he feels that people aren't perfect. And he finds like the biggest, jockiest guys, and he turns them to like cyborgs. Yeah. And basically, this was just showing how Mark had to decide whether he needed to, be a hero or be a boyfriend type thing. And then his best friend ends up finding out that he is invincible, and then he ends up telling his girlfriend, and she's like, "I already know."
Yeah.
So
I mean,
did you like the cyborg things? I didn't like the fucking cyborg things.
They look like shit. They're super strong.
Yeah,
I get it.
I was gonna say, that's the only like outcome of this episode was that like these cyborgs somewhat could give Omni-Man and Mark a run for their money a little bit.
Well, you don't know that about Omni-Man yet, but
they're
they're super strong against Invincible. Like he made a really solid cyborg that could fuck him up, and the only thing that actually saved him was the fact that his friend was like dating the guy that he just turned into a cyborg, so he was like getting him to stop. It was the whole "stop it, I love you" type thing, but he's like, "I'm a monster," and you know that trope.
The first one killed himself though, right? He impaled himself on the fucking sword or whatever.
Yeah, he looked at himself, and that's how you could tell that they're still human on the inside. Because when he saw what he looked like without the mask, he's like, "What the fuck am I?" And then he murdered himself.
Yeah, this episode was kind of The only thing we got out of it was like cyborg robots, which they used in the last episode.
Yeah. So. Oh, and Mark fucking decking the dude so hard he broke his jaw, nasty style.
Oh yeah, that was sick.
It was all fucked up, dude.
Oh, that's the villain guy, right at the end.
Yeah. Which that guy is important because he is.
Yeah, it does come back
later on.
They use him they use him later.
And then what you call it? The other important thing was the wife.
The one, right, where she goes to the suit maker?
Yeah,
this is it.
Mark Hamill.
She goes to the guy who makes Invincible Suit, or AKA Mark Hamill, and she tells him basically, like, "Can you check out this suit to see, if what the DNA is on here because of Damien?" And he looks at it and he's like, "Well, what I can tell is, if there's old blood, on it, then Omni-Man was probably defending himself. But if I can tell, I can tell that the blood was here on this fist first, so that means he initiated the fight, and that solidified her knowing that Omni-Man murdered the globes."
Yeah, and Omni-Man visits the suitmaker. He's watching this whole thing as it's happening. Like he sees his wife visiting the suitmaker and shit. And then I thought he would have killed him. I thought he was gonna kill the suitmaker. Like literally, I thought. But we find out later that no, he's still alive in the last episode.
Well, because there's a reason. There's a reason why him and what happens to Mark don't happen.
And then so we get into episode 7. We see what Robot's been planning all along.
Yes.
By the way, I love our Robot. Like since he walked the first episode, he came in. Like I don't know, there's something about him. I just like him. I like him.
Yeah. He's cool. He's cool.
Wait. Before we dive into 7, one thing we did forget too. In episode 6, Robot. So when he's trying to heal everybody, he pays specific attention to Monster Girl.
Yes.
So he literally gives his all to reviving Monster Girl. Like he goes and finds this special like plant that she
Flower,
needs. Like he's by her bedside 24/7. Like he's like basically you can tell at this point that Robot has a thing for Monster Girl. Like there's no doubt in your mind at this point that this robot is in love with her. Mind you, the keyword was robot. Like
I think and
how does
Monster
this
Girl.
robot have feelings?
And at first you think it's weird because Monster Girl's like fucking, what is she, like 16 or 14 or something like that? She's like 14 or 13.
She's 24.
No, her body.
Oh yeah,
real
her
age,
body. Yeah.
Her body's like, she's like 13, 14
She's like a
years old.
teenager. Yeah.
Yeah.
So every time she goes, she turns into a monster. Which, like, every time she goes Hulk mode, basically, her lifespan is reduced, right? So she gets younger, or not reduced, I guess. Yeah. So she gets younger and younger.
She just reverses. Yeah.
So she's 24, but she has a body of like a 13-year-old. And I think Robot's like 30, right? Robot's like 31 or something.
He's 30. He says 30. He's 30.
Yeah. So I guess he likes her or loves her or something like that. So in episode 7, we've seen what he starts planning all along, which was he's like this ugly fucking fetus-looking thing. It's
so gross.
It's
kill me.
So basically, Robot is a human, right? And he's like in septic tank or something like that. He's like a shriveled up, like never grown, fucking just a head and 2 arms. That's all he has. He's a bunch of flesh.
Yeah.
So he's controlling.
Technically, go ahead.
He's controlling Robot from that septic tank. So what his idea is, or what he wanted to do, is get I guess a new body, and he chose Rex's DNA to grow himself a new body, which was hilarious.
Yes, but he has a reason behind it too.
Yeah.
He has a reason why he chose Rex.
So Robot ends up breaking out the twins from the beginning. Remember the clones?
By the way, I love the clones, dude.
Dude, me too. I love them too. Like I usually don't give a shit. Like when I first saw them, I literally thought I was like, "Look at these fucking throwaway ass characters." Like,
I was the same way too. I was the same way. Yeah.
Who the fuck are these guys? And then they ended up being pretty cool characters. But he ends up breaking them out. They end up making a thing to make more clones or another clone.
Yeah.
And it turns out Robot wanted them to get that so that way he could make a new body for himself using Rex's DNA.
Yeah, he needed their technology to help him do what he wants.
Because they're geniuses. They're fucking geniuses, especially when it comes to DNA.
And cloning and stuff like that, yeah. Yeah, I had the same thing too. When they showed up in episode 1 and they were attacking the White House, I was just kind of like, what are these throwaways characters? Like, why are they even attacking the White House? Like, that
they look like shit.
Yeah, they do look like shit, but they're fucking great.
I love how when they broke out of prison, like how the other brother uses him as a fucking meat shield.
Oh yeah.
I was like, oh fuck, that's brutal. But then he just makes another clone of himself. So
yeah, he tells him, what does he say? Like, because he's like, what do we do now? He's like, for someone who says they're original, you sure don't know, or like some shit like that.
Yeah.
And then his shield. Yeah, but yeah.
The one that breaks out of breaks that guy's hand and gets himself out. He's the one who survives, right? Or is he the one who dies?
No, he dies.
No, he's the one that survives.
Is he the one that survives? I thought
he's
he
the
died.
one that survived. No. He's
the one that breaks the arm. You're right. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, the one that breaks his arm. That's the original. Because when he sees the guard again, he's like...
he nods.
And the guard has like the brace at the end. He's like...
Yeah, he's like, motherfucker.
He didn't kill him, though. Hey, he could have killed him.
I think he liked them, like in the sense of like they're like cool, you know what I'm saying? Like
yeah, because he told him, he was like, "I'm sorry," whatever his name was.
He did.
Yeah, I'm sorry to do this, but yeah. So Robot lets them out so he can make his body or whatever. He gets Rex's DNA, he gets his body. It's not really transferring your conscience into the other person. It's more of just copying your mind into that other person. So it's just a duplicate of yourself. So he does that, and then after that, he just dies.
Yeah, apparently him breathing in our oxygen is like death to him. Oxygen's poison, so that's why he has to be in the tank.
Yeah.
So whenever he's breathing, it feels like his lungs are on fire, like he's gonna die. So he's like, basically, like it's worth it, live on to the Rex clone that he makes. And mind you, he promised the twins to give them technology to control whoever they put this, like, I guess, guard thing on, the collar. Yeah.
Brace, the collar, yeah.
Yeah. And that was like in exchange of what he would do. Like he's like, you give me the body and I'll give you this technology. So like, fuck yeah, we'll do it.
So they did the trade. He gets into the new body, and then he just wants to send him back to jail anyway.
Yeah.
Robot's like, got you, motherfuckers. I'm sending your ass back to jail. I just wanted the body.
Yeah.
And they're like, oh, you played? You think you played us? We got you.
And then what happens? What sets off Omni-Man looking for Mark?
Oh, no. The first stop, that creature? That was the last episode, wasn't it? Or no, this was during this one. That's right.
This episode he's hunting for Mark.
Yeah, so this episode
Yeah.
he's trying to find Marks because he's like, no, because the wife confronts him, doesn't she?
Yeah, she confronts him and like
That's
And
right. Yeah.
He's like, I need to tell you, or I need to find Mark to let him know, basically like I need to tell him my story on why this happened.
Yeah.
Before anybody else tells Mark what happened.
well, because he already knows Cecil and them knows. Because remember, he goes back home and he figures out that his men are hiding.
Oh yeah,
and,
right,
like,
that's
he
right.
just murks them and shit, and like
And they nuke him. They nuke him
Yeah.
in the fucking in the suburbs where they live.
Donald,
Yeah.
which is a reoccurring character that was there, it was like the right hand man of Cecil.
Oh,
basically
yeah.
their house. Dude, did you like how he
Donald.
grabbed his back and was like crushing his back
dude,
and
that
spine?
shit was
Oh yeah,
man.
he was grabbing his spine. He was
Yeah,
grabbing
grabbing
his
his
fucking spine, dude. And I was like, that pain must be so fucking intense.
Dude, does Donald remind you of like a character from King of the Hill, dude?
He does. He was like a grown-up Bobby.
Every
Robert
time
was
I,
like grown-up Bobby.
dude, every time I see him, the fucking theme song just playing in my head. Down, 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 down.
He straight up looks like Bobby, dude. But yeah, he's getting wrecked, and then he hits. He's like, "Thank you for your service, sir," and he fucking, boom, hits a fucking self-destruct and blows up, and they did nothing to Omni-Man. Omni-Man's just like,
He's just standing there still with his spine, and he just like crumbled into dust, and he just like lifts his hand, and he just flies off.
that shit was fucking badass. I was like, dude, it's on now. I love this shit. Omni-Man's real mode now. So then he flies out to find Mark, and the whole time he's on his way to get Mark, Cecil's like stopping him left and right because they're trying to get to Mark before he does.
I like the satellite. How he shoots down that beam and hits him.
Oh yeah,
Boom! I was like,
nice.
oh shit! I was like, all
and
right.
that did nothing but gave him a nosebleed.
Nope.
Yeah. Oh yeah. He's like all that money for the world's most expensive nosebleed.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then he flies to space and just destroys that. Meanwhile, Mark is with what's her name?
Adam Eve.
Adam Eve. Yeah, talking about
Yeah.
relationship problems.
Oh yeah. They ended up, him and his girlfriend ended up breaking up because she's like, I can't, take you not being.
Lying, not being-
Yeah.
pretty much.
She's like, it's not even the fact that you're a hero. It's just that you always have like excuses. Blah 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 blah.
She knew he was already fucking invincible or whatever in this episode.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
And then,
I'm annoying in this. I don't really like the relationship sappy shit in this
I mean,
series.
that's not my cup of tea in anything. And anyone that knows me knows that's the shit. I'm like, all right, fast forward.
Yeah.
This
I
shit's
don't give a
garbage.
shit. Seeing it
Of
all
course I
before.
don't. I still watch it, but that's in my mind. I'm like, can you just-
I like to see him with Adam Eve rather than the other fucking chick.
it's gonna happen most likely.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. It's gonna happen.
Yeah. And then the
Wait.
satellite comes down, hits Omni-Man, and then he drops he drops the Cthulhu monster on him, right?
No.
Yeah.
Then he fights him 1-on-1, or he teleports rather.
Oh, yeah,
that's
that
right.
was fucking sick. I loved how he did that. Yeah.
Yeah, dude, when he grabbed the fucking tie,
tie?
he barely makes it out. He's like, fucking 1 second sooner, that would have been my neck. Like, damn, you really gonna go for it, huh? I thought we were friends. I was like, damn.
Yeah,
seriously.
dude.
And then they unleashed the little cyborg things, and it turns
Yeah.
out that they have that villain in the episode 6
5.
make those
Oh, yeah, 6. Sorry. It's my fault.
use dead soldiers to reanimate and create these cyborg things to fight for them.
Yeah.
I
And
didn't
these
like
things
it. I
actually
didn't like those.
fuck up. I mean, they look like shit, but the fact that they could take on Omni-Man was insane.
Yeah, they were like kind of fucking with him, like giving him.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
were fucking him up. They stalled him for a long time, yeah. They're biting
And
his
then
cheek
they
and shit, yeah.
unleashed the Cthulhu thing. Mind you, the main purpose for Cecil stopping everything is because he needed to see what side Mark was on.
Oh.
That was the main purpose of them trying to get to him first to see whose side he would join, and he didn't want Omni-Man to construe Mark's thinking. which is why he tried so fucking hard to stop their meeting.
Yeah, and Cecil orders everybody back to Guardians HQ. This is where Robot leaves from trying to take the clones into prison, and the clones have a backup plan where so this is something that I was like, what? Because they found their insurance plan was the Immortal, right?
Yeah,
that was their insurance plan. But if you remember the Guardians of the Globe funeral, it was a fake one, and then there was a real one because they wanted to hide where the bodies were built
for grave robbers,
or where the bodies were buried. Yeah. So I was like, how the fuck did they know where the bodies were or where the actual Immortal was buried?
True, I didn't think about that. You're right.
Yeah, but anyways, so they get the body and they actually bring the Immortal back, which Cecil failed to do. So because of their cloning technology and shit, they knew a lot about it. So, so Immortal wakes up and they put the collar on him, but the collar doesn't work on him, and they get pissed off because Robot lied to them, basically gave them faulty technology.
Fanatics, yeah.
Yeah. So we see a little bit of the history of the Immortal, which is pretty cool. We see him as a barbarian.
Yeah, that made me change my mind on him a little bit about his character. Cause
he's what's it called? Fuck. Something Savage from DC.
Oh yeah. Victor? No.
Fuck, forgot his name.
Randy Savage.
Yeah, that one.
Snap into a Slim Jim, baby.
Oh
yeah,
brother. I forget his name. I know who you're talking about. Is it Randall Savage?
Yeah, there you go, Randall Savage.
Yeah, Randall Savage.
Yes, basically he's been from past times, and he's just been literally aging with time.
I guess
or not literally.
I like when they showed him when he was a barbarian, and he got his powers from some mystical orb shit that he touched or some shit like that.
Yeah.
And then you see him throughout all periods of time. You see him as a barbarian, as a knight, and then was that him killing Lincoln? Because
that was.
Yeah, that was.
I
him.
paused it and I was like, this doesn't even fucking look like him. What? So he kills Lincoln or whatever. And then the next one, he's like some superhero, and then I guess he becomes the Immortal or whatever.
Yeah.
His powers were pretty cool. He didn't put up a fucking fight the first time. What happened the first time?
Remember the first time he was just on the D. He wasn't really. Remember, he had the mindset that he was being controlled.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
He didn't know. He didn't really think that Omni-Man. It wasn't until War Woman was like, "It's either him or us," is when he's like, "Okay, she's right." He's fucking.
Yeah, he's destroying everybody.
But by that time, it was too late. He had the upper hand.
So the clones bring him back, and he's pissed off as fuck, and he's like, "Where's Omni-Man?"
Dude, I love that. I love that. As soon as he came back, first thing, "Where's Omni-Man?" And I was like, "Oh shit."
I was like, oh shit. I mean, what is he gonna do? He didn't do anything the first time, is what I thought. And then he just fucking breaks off the collar or whatever and fucking flies out. I'm like, he can fly? What?
Yeah. Dude, when he fucking came with that first punch to Omni-Man, oh my god.
Yeah, I was like, oh shit. Yeah, Omni-Man finally meets up with Invincible. Adam Eve takes off because Cecil's telling her to go back to HQ. And then he drops the fucking Cthulhu monster on them that they're fighting, getting wrecked by. And then that's when Immortal comes too. So as they're fighting the Cthulhu thing, Immortal comes as well. Yeah. I don't know. It was pretty fucking cool.
Yeah, their fight was nice. He ends up obviously beating Immortal, but when he punches Immortal in the stomach and he's gonna trip him apart, but then Immortal grabs him by the fucking face and squeezes his fucking eyeballs in. So Omni-Man's like, fuck! Yeah. And then he just literally tears him apart in half. And I was like, oh my god.
Right in half. I was like, oh shit.
Omni-Man's eyes are all fucking bloodshot because he's just got a shit pushed in. Oh my god.
I will be right back. Keep talking about this episode.
But yeah, then after that, he's kind of covered in blood, and then Mark's like, Dad, what the fuck? What's happening? And then he's like, Mark, there's something I need to tell you. I was like, what the fuck, dude? He just murdered the Immortal. Mind you, the news people are there. Everybody's watching everything happen because they think that, Omni-Man's fighting this creature and the creature's what the problem is. And then turns out, no, the problem isn't them. That's when we jump into episode 8. And that's when you get the full story on the actual fucking, what really captured my whole thing for the whole series. Where I was just like, Viltrumites. I don't know if Tony wants us to pop off on 8 yet, so I don't know if we should wait.
Fuck. Dang, I think we should. What do you think?
I think we should. He could pop in. He could pop in.
Okay, fine.
So go ahead.
Okay, so what? You want to talk about the Vetramite? How do you say it? Voltrumites?
Viltrumites.
The actual story?
Yeah, we'll start there. So basically, he sits Mark, not sits him down literally, but he's gonna have this talk with Mark about who he really is and what the Viltrumites really are.
Yes.
And go ahead, Noe. Who are the Viltrumites?
Well, pretty much they started off what exactly was it though? Like they fought each other.
So well, they basically did survival of the fittest. So
with their race, yeah,
their race, they weeded out the weak. So they literally fought and killed each other until only the strongest were alive. Like at the very beginning, he paints a picture of how Viltrumite is, where everybody's working together and it's all peaceful and they're all getting along, making this technology together, this and that. And he tells Mark, he basically pulls the wool from his eyes and he's like, no, we literally fought and killed each other till only the strongest Viltrumite lived. And the strong ones, we made an empire. And ever since then, we've been filtering out the weak. And if you're weak, you get killed, you get annihilated.
It's like the Spartan storyline.
If you're strong, then, we fuck with you, essentially.
Pretty much.
And he tells Mark that basically humans aren't shit. Like, they're worthless. Like, they're literally... Oh, that's so fucked up. They're literally nothing. Like, there's no point in saving them. Like, they can't even save themselves. Like, they're a worthless species. Like, he's there to conquer Earth.
This episode was so fucking good. So good.
The Viltrumite go... So, you know how at the beginning we had said that the Viltrumites, they span out and they pick a planet and they protect the planet? They don't protect the planet. They go to the planet to see how strong they are and if they can conquer them.
Yes.
And so there's an entire empire of Viltrumites that have taken over. So the Viltrumites are slowly colonizing the entire universe.
Yeah.
And so he was sent to Earth, and he gets in his mode where he's like, I have no feelings toward humans. Humans aren't shit. And then he's like, there's no way. And Mark's like, I don't believe you. Like, you're with mom. Like, you love mom.
You love mom. Like.
And he hits Mark, and mind you,
I love this. I love it.
He hits her with, son, your mom was more like a pet to me.
Pet? Yeah.
And I was like, oh my fucking God.
Damn.
Right in the feels, dude.
Like, you need to hear this. Like, you need to hear it from his mouth.
Mm-hmm.
And Mark's like, I don't fucking believe you. You're a fucking liar. Like, you're a liar.
Swings
I don't believe
at him.
it.
Yeah.
And then the fucking fight of the century happens.
So there's a parallel, right? In the beginning, right? He says that we come here to weaken the planet, basically, so we can take over. Right? Find its weakness.
Yeah.
And at the end, it was Earth that weakened, or humanity that weakened Omni-Man, not the other way around. Which I fucking loved. It was so good.
Yeah, at the very last fucking second. Before
that, Mark and his dad, Omni-Man, they have the most craziest fucking fight.
It's insane, dude.
It's so insane.
They're nowhere near Chicago at the time that they're talking about this, right? And they start fighting, and basically he's like, I had to make sure that you were strong, Mark. It's like, basically he's like, I was kind of going to throw you away if you weren't a Viltrumite. Like, if you weren't strong, I wasn't going to claim you as a son.
What's the voice actor's name again of Omni-Man? I forget.
I forgot the dude's name.
Oh my God.
Hold on. Keep talking, I'll find it for you.
J.K. Simmons, right? No?
J.K. Simmons.
There you go. Simmons,
Okay, J.K. Simmons, dude, he did a fantastic fucking job.
Oh yeah.
I was like, oh fuck, like this guy is badass.
So him and Mark are fighting. Obviously, Mark's getting fucked up because it's Omni-Man. Like,
I love they're fighting in that area where the Cthulhu monster is. He grabs Mark by the fucking leg and tosses him to Chicago. I'm like, what the fuck?
You're not near Chicago, but he throws him. and then it cuts away and it shows like Chicago, you know, life's hustle and bustle, blah blah blah, and then you just see Mark coming, goes through a fucking building, and then still proceeds to slide a few miles down. You know what I'm saying?
All the way down the street, and they just knocked cars over, is killing people.
Yeah, he's
I
literally
love to see
blowing
that.
people up. He's blowing people up as he's sliding. Like he's just running into people, just everywhere, getting destroyed, guts, blood everywhere. And there's a building, and Mark still has it in him to try to save the people. There's a building collapsing. There's a family, a little girl and a mom, and he's like trying to save them. At the same time, he's trying to hold the building up. Omni-Man ends up coming after the building collapses, and you just see an arm. Like the lady he tried to save, just an arm.
I like how Omni-Man didn't even interfere with this. He just showed how weak he was, because he couldn't hold up the building, and the building fell, and all the people in the building died. He couldn't save them.
Yeah.
So when he gets up,
that's his purpose, though.
So when he got up from the building, he's holding the woman, like the mother's arm, and he's just like cut off, like it's a severed arm, essentially. The little girl's dead and everything, and he's he's feeling like shit because he can't save anybody.
Yeah, Mark is like, I can't, like, I need a. He has that mega hero complex, you know, like I need to save everybody. Every life needs to be saved.
This next part is my favorite part. Omni-Man punches Invincible through the fucking ground into the subway station, right? And basically he's telling Invincible, you cannot save anybody. Look how weak they are. And he's still resisting. I know Robert liked this part because he grabbed his head and fucking put it into the ground. I know. When I saw that, I was like, fucking Robert's going to like this part.
Oh my.
So basically,
fighting style I fuck with it. It's just
so he slams Mark into the ground in the subway station. They're in the subway lane, and a train is coming. He picks up Mark, and he faces them towards the subway, and he's like, "Look how weak they are." And as he does this, the subway comes and crashes into them, and you see how fragile people are, because there's just like they hit, and there's just like people just splatter.
Yeah, fucking disintegrating.
So you see all these like blood and guts just hitting Mark in the face as he's going. I was like, fuck, dude, come on, Kirkman, you have to do like 5 fucking train cars? 2 would have been enough, man. What the fuck, dude? So
I love it. Kirkman goes fucking ham with this gore, dude.
And then everything, like the whole subway just fucking collapses in on itself. And you see a father reaching out to like his dead daughter or whatever. And then Omni-Man fucking steps on him. I was like, oh, god damn. I was like, oh, this shit is serious, man. And then what happens next? They go back into the air, and then I think he hits him to the mountains or something, right?
The mountains, yeah. He takes it to the mountains.
Man,
No. So what happens is he's like, Mark's still trying to say like they're worth it, and Omni-Man gets pissed off at this point, and he's like, they're not fucking worth anything. Like, wake the fuck up. Like, know who you are. And then that's when he takes him and fucking flies him into the fucking mountain. He's like,
actually,
him,
before that, yeah, to the ocean is the first part, because remember he takes him all the way in the air, and he fucking boom, brings him all the way down into the ocean through that fucking what is it?
That cruise ship.
The cruise ship, yeah, through the cruise ship, killing people, yeah. You see people falling off, and he crushes them right into the fucking earth, and that's when he picks them up and flings them to the mountain, right?
Yeah, then he goes to, I want to say it was where Mount Everest was, or some place really cold, and there's ice and shit. He takes him there. He causes a fucking was it
avalanche?
An avalanche.
Yeah.
Wipes out the people there, and then he proceeds. Was that when he proceeds to do the thing to Mark at that mountain?
Yeah, he's beating him into the mountain. The avalanche happens, so he flies up so the avalanche can hit him and take him down.
Fuck out of him, dude.
Yeah, and he picks Mark up from the avalanche, and then he's still like, "Do you still, want to resist, And then Mark's basically like, "Yeah, motherfucker, like I'm not joining you," essentially. But then Omni-Man throws him into the side of a cliff, and he just starts fucking wailing on him, boom, 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 like fucking him up. And then, I'm talking,
beating
flying
the
out,
shit out of him. Yeah, it's brutal. It's brutal. Like he's beating, like he's gonna destroy Invincible.
Well, even when he's beating the shit out of him, like he tells you, he's like, "Fine, what's another 17 years?"
Oh yeah, that was brutal as fuck, dude.
Like, dude, why he's just beating his fucking face in, dude?
No emotion. He was just like, "What's another 17 years? I'll just make another one." I was like, "Holy fuck, dude!" I thought he was gonna die, honestly.
Me too. Me too. But because especially the way Kirkman does shit, I was like, oh, this is it. He's dead. Don't get attached. Number one rule with Kirkman comics. Anyways, he's beating him up, and then he beats him to the point where he's missing his front tooth. And at that point, his teeth, like he's got like a gap right here, and he just has 2 teeth. And that put a flashback into Omni-Man of when Mark was at one of his very first baseball games.
Yeah.
And he's thinking about, as a kid, like he's just standing off to the side looking all grumpy and shit. I hate that word. And the mom's like, yeah, Mark, come on, Mark's up to bat. And Omni-Man's just like, this is fucking pointless. Like, why the fuck are we here? Like, this is nothing. Like, this is dumb. And she's like, we're here for Mark. Like, we're here because we want to be here to when he's happy. Whatever makes Mark happy makes us happy. Like, she's basically talking him into being human, Yeah. Show him emotion. Like, this is your kid. Like, be happy that he's happy, And she, like, kind of gets in his head. And you can kind of see how Omni-Man, before he was actually with them, he was a fairly cold person. Like I said, he was like, it's fucking useless being here. And as he's watching Mark play baseball and Mark hits it and he seems to run, like he kind of changes and he feels what she feels when he's like, that's my boy. Like he hit the baseball. He's going for it. Like he's gonna hit a home run, like that's my kid. I love him. And you can see that. And that kind of plays out in his mind after he's done. And he looks at Mark after that flashback's done.
Can I just say I'm happy you know what a home run is? Okay, continue.
And then, but really, so this is what hit me in the feels, low-key. It's always these animations that gave me, not even real shit. But after that, Omni-Man's like, Mark, what do you have? Like, you're going to fucking grow. Everyone around you is going to die. They're going to fucking grow old. You're going to be alive when everyone you love is going to fucking die. What do you have left after that? And he's fucking done, guys. When I tell you he's so fucked up, he can barely speak. But he manages to say this. And
he's spitting out blood. He's fucking gargling blood.
He says, I'll have you, Dad. I'll have you. And I was like, if I could fucking
and it was so gurgly too. You felt so bad because he was like gargling on his blood. He probably had like blood in his lungs and shit.
Dude, his lips are like shifted up.
Everything.
Yeah. Like his chin was split the fuck open. Like he was torn to shit. He looked like Glenn after he got hit with the bat, dude.
Yes, that's the perfect example.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, you're right.
He was like, I have you.
It's the same actor too.
It is.
Damn, Kirkman just likes fucking him up, dude.
And then Omni-Man, like, he like flips. He's like, I can't, and he just fucking flies off. He leaves.
Flies away.
I loved how he enters the atmosphere and like it burns away all the blood and debris that was on him. That was fucking awesome.
Oh yeah, you're right. Yeah, that was cool.
Yeah.
And then what? That like
and then
takes
after
off.
that, and then the world's like, we just got fucked up by Omni-Man. Like, holy shit! Like, what the fuck? What's happening? And then they kind of pick up Mark, and then they take him to.
He's beat to shit. He's like all crumbled and like just like.
Oh man, dude,
he looks like Robot basically.
Yeah, he's
beat to shit, man. Yeah.
And then he goes and recovers, and then they're trying to figure out, what to do. What can we do against Omni-Man if he comes back? And then Cecil. This is what I thought was cool too. This is gonna hit on the conspiracy theorists too. But after that, he recovers and he's like, I feel like I failed. His mom's like, you tried your best, you did what you did. Your dad, he said what he said, did what he did. There's really nothing we can do about it. So then Cecil's like, basically, I want you to join the team, but Mark's like, I really don't. It's not the time right now. Like, I just can't right now. I don't have it in me to be a hero. And then he takes him to this room, right? And it's like an all-white room. And I got to talk about this because it fucked with me.
It was fucking awesome. I loved it.
And Mark's in there and he's like, well, what the fuck? Like, what's going on? And he's like, Cecil's like, oh, yeah, I forgot. Lights. And he says that and they turn out and it's like a whole fucking research facility. And they're like doing research to like basically counter like Omni-Man and all kinds of other shit. Like it's some deep ass research.
It's a white room. So think the Matrix when Neo's like in the white room. Yeah.
It's just infinite white.
Yeah.
And then Cecil tells him, I forget that there's a chemical in the water that makes it to where humans can't see a specific light. So that's why they put it on. Because like if you drink the regular water, the chemicals in there won't allow you to see the shit around you. And I was like, oh my, you know how much fucking water I drink? Like, how do I detoxify? What light am I not looking at that I want to fucking see? Like, is that why they push bottled water so hard? Anyways, but yeah, that's essentially what wraps it up. The only other thing is you end up seeing Homeboy again, Seth Rogen. Ugh.
We didn't talk about him. We didn't talk about him the first time. The first 2 episodes, we forgot to talk about him.
Let's talk about him.
What is he called? The alien, right? Or what is his name?
Yeah. Basically, the alien is like a defense force that comes and checks to make sure that every planet that has a civilization can defend themselves. So they go and they test the people who are defending them. So Mark meets him the first time and they start fighting and they basically become friends. And he's like, hey, I'm doing my job. That's it. And I just want to make sure Erath had a protector. And he's like, this isn't Erath, this is Earth. And he's like, oh, what? I got the paperwork mixed up. So they're basically like global or universe police, if you will. That's the kind of vibe I get. They're universe police. So he ends up meeting him again, and he's like flying at full speed, and everybody thinks it's Omni-Man because they're like, something's coming. So Mark goes in the atmosphere to meet him, and it's him, and he's like, oh, I came to tell you that actually there's a Viltrumite that lives here, and you guys are all in great danger because I'm trying to talk in my Seth Rogen voice because this is how he sounds, and I hate it. And he's like, there's a Viltrumite living here, and he's like, yeah, well, I got a story. Alan the Alien is his name.
Alan the Alien, there you go, yeah.
And he sits down, he talks to him, he tells him everything that happened. He's like, whoa, that's fucking deep. Like,
whoa.
Man, I thought I had fucking, issues with my parents, but that's nothing compared to what you have.
So, I love how, when he was talking to him, he's telling him how Viltrumite destroyed his planet. And in the flashback, when he's explaining to Mark what Viltrumite is, it shows them conquering that planet and that race. Yeah. Of Alan the Alien. So, I mean, we didn't see too much of it, but we saw like a snippet of it. So that was cool.
From a little birdie, apparently we're going to be getting a lot more Alan the Alien.
I mean, I would assume that Invincible is somehow going to join that force in the galaxy or something, and they're going to go save Galaxy or some bullshit. I don't know. I didn't read into it because I'd rather watch the anime or the animation when it comes out. So
yeah, from a little birdie, we're going to see a lot more of that character because that character has a really big role. God, I can't. And that's essentially wrapping up Invincible.
Okay, so something for you guys, right? So they got Seth Rogen to play that Alan the Alien, right? And the reason they were able to get him is because Seth Rogen has the rights to make a live action Invincible movie. Yeah. So,
smart play. You can I'll totally do it right.
I think Kirkman did that. Yeah, Kirkman talked to him. That's what they did.
Put me in the show and sure, fuck yeah, I'll fucking do whatever.
It's a movie, so it's
like I'm saying he's like, put me in the fucking show and I'll definitely fucking get you on a movie.
Yeah. That's cool. But yeah, what did you guys think overall of Invincible?
It's amazing. It's great.
Great.
It's amazing. Great. I would give it fucking 9 out of 10. It was good.
That was 10 out of 10 for me, dog.
I mean, I'm gonna still leave some room for improvement because there was some shit that didn't make sense, but 9 out of 10 was awesome. For something I've never heard of before, a new story for me that I've never heard of because I've never read Invincible, it was fucking great. And it doesn't happen that often that there's something new out there I haven't read that's fucking as amazing as this was.
That's why I give it a solid 10 out of 10 for me because it's fresh, it's different. I like it. I like new. Like I'm all open for new. That's why I watch everything I could possibly find that's new.
I like the gore. I liked how they didn't fucking sugarcoat anything. Kids died in this.
Everyone
slaughtered everybody. Like they didn't hold back, and that was fucking awesome. I love that.
You know how much face smashing there was in this fucking series? I absolutely. I felt like everybody was Broly at one minute. Like I was like, yeah, keep smashing these faces in the ground.
Oh man, such a good show. They were approved for season 2 and 3.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
When asked how long before season 2, Kirkman said, "In 4 years." Yeah.
So I saw a review because I'm one of those guys. I like to read reviews. Even though it doesn't mean that it never changes my perspective. I'm just one of those guys. So some guy wrote he likes this show better than The Boys, and I'm gonna say I'm not gonna agree with that. Dude's wrong.
Let's not go that far. The Boys is great.
Boys is a masterpiece. I love that show.
The Boys is really good.
An animated Boys, and I'm fine with that. I'm fine with that.
I loved. Okay, so when Mark is getting beaten into the side of the mountain, he's like, "Think, Mark, think." There's so many fucking memes out there. There's so many different memes with fucking like different things, like "Think, Mario, think."
Yeah.
Oh, it's so. I love that they turned that template into a fucking meme. It's so good.
The internet always fucking has a way every time of finding one thing and blowing that shit up.
Yeah, so I can't wait till we see the series again. Oh man.
I will
so
definitely once Humble puts Image back out there. Humble, shout out again, Humble bundle. I'm gonna definitely buy it. I should have bought it a long time ago because they had the Image bundle, and it had like every Invincible. There was another one called Saga that's really fucking crazy too.
Saga's good. I have like 4 volumes back here if you want to start it.
Yeah, so I hope it
Dude,
drops again.
imagine a Saga show. Fuck. They should do that. That'd be fucking.
They probably will. I mean, if this pops off, like
it would have to be. It would have to be animated too. It would have to like 100%.
Kirkman, animate your Walking Dead, and I guarantee you, all your followers will fucking shit their pants. I swear to God.
All right, so we're gonna move on from Invincible into the tail end of our show. We had Robert watch what took him 2 weeks to watch The Conjuring. Jesus Christ.
For good reason, from what the fuck I watched. Oh, God damn.
Crazy, right?
All right.
Let me tell you right now.
All right. Go ahead, Noe. Take it away.
All right. So first, how we always start: yay or nay? Robert, go first.
Fucking nay. Nay.
He's a fucking horse over there. I say yay. It's a good movie. I liked it.
I get it's good as yay.
Yeah.
No.
Okay. So first off, what did you think of the Wardens?
Yeah, what did you think of the
Warrens? The Warrens were okay, I guess. That's the best I can put that. I don't. Okay, so when it comes to this style and genre of horror, I cannot fucking stand this possession shit. I can't. I just cannot do it anymore. It's overplayed, and I know this is an old movie. I know it's old.
Whose fault is that, though, dude? Come on.
It is not fucking. It's what Hollywood wants right now, and it's disgusting, and I hate it. Which is why I don't like.
This movie's old though. This movie came out like what, 10 years ago? Something like that.
It was definitely during the rise of the fucking possession shit. But even when they were coming out and they were pumping out left and right, the exorcism of this person, the haunting of this person, the exorcism of this person. I'm like, okay, I get it. There's fucking demons. The fucking Vatican has exorcism powers, and they're exorcising these people. Got it. I got it after the first 10 fucking movies that are literally the same thing. Like, I don't. It's outplayed. It's outplayed. It's overdone. I get it. No more, please. If you're gonna recommend something, I don't want that shit.
Okay, I'm gonna interject here. Okay, Conjuring came out in 2013, which is like 8 years ago. Okay, so okay. I partially think this is Robert's fault because he will watch any shitty, cheesy horror movie on fucking Netflix that are all hauntings and that are all possessions. Okay, I have sat there with him and watched a couple of them with him, and they are fucking trash. And I think that him watching all those movies just ruined it for him. Is what it was.
No. I will literally give you a fucking list of movies that are 10 times better than what the fuck I literally fell asleep during this movie. I passed out last night. When I said I was watching it, I watched it. I passed the fuck out.
And you were laying down?
This morning at 6 o'clock. Okay, 6 o'clock to finish that shitty movie. And I was like, why am I up so early watching this stupid ass movie? And I was very disappointed with the ending. Very disappointed. It was horrible.
Were you scared at all during this movie?
Absolutely the fuck not. That movie, I don't watch. Okay, this is what I'm trying to tell you when it comes to horror. The genre of horror, you're not gonna get you're gonna get jump scares, whatever. That's a thing. But you don't watch horrors anymore to get scared. That's not the concept or point of horrors anymore.
This movie didn't have jump scares though. What jump scares did it have in it? That's why I like it. Name one. I don't remember one. They had the hand
with the fucking the little box with a little kid in the background and shit.
That wasn't a jump scare though. You knew something was gonna be there. The kid just shows up. It's not like he's like He just shows up in the back. That's it. That's not a jump scare.
It was not good. I didn't like it.
I mean, you can say that the clap was a jump scare, but that's not even a jump scare. It was just two hands clapping. It was a new approach that isn't jump scares. That's why I loved it. You said there's jump scares, but I can't think of one. Can you tell me one?
I just did.
The little boy was not a jump scare. No, wait, was that a jump scare?
I gotta agree with Tony. I don't think it was a jump scare.
No,
'cause
he
was
just shows
standing
up.
there.
Yeah, he's just standing there. I think a jump scare is like somebody looking in a mirror, closing, and then opening it up, getting some medicine, closing the scare, and someone's like, that's a jump scare.
Okay. Let's factor that in there. Okay, kudos to them for no jump scares.
Okay,
if there was,
cool.
which I'm pretty sure there was. Kudos.
Kudos.
It still didn't make a fucking.
If you
solid,
can name one, I'll agree with you, but you haven't named one, so.
it still doesn't make a solid movie. And again, I watch my horror movies, even the shitty ones that you so self-proclaim that are shitty. I watch it for the story. The story. I don't give a fuck about, was that scary? Am I gonna be able to sleep at night? No, because that shit doesn't scare me
The
at all.
story here was good. What are you talking about, man?
The story was so.
This is
fucking
one of the best stories in horror, and that's why I like it. Horror
Are you kidding
movies. I don't know who you are, but horror movies have never been based about story. Have you seen 80 horror movies? Oh, there's a fucking box, and I open it, and hell's gonna come out. That's the fucking story. That's it. Nightmare on Elm Street. Oh, I have bad dreams. I'm gonna come out and kill you. That's the fucking story. What are you talking about fucking horror movies having good story?
Again, the key word is current. I didn't say past. We're gonna jump to fucking Child's Play. And
You
all that
said
shit.
those are
Way
classics
different
though.
time.
Are you telling me
That's
those
my
movies
point.
are those
Those
movies
were classic movies?
are those okay,
were-
those classic
that's
movies.
classic
Listen to me.
For the time.
Yes.
For the time.
Okay.
That was classic.
Those are the best though, right? Those are the best?
They're good.
Are
I
those
wouldn't
the
say
best?
They're
What?
not the best.
Oh,
They're not
come
the
on.
They're not the best.
Oh, hell no. You are
Okay, so
insane.
I haven't
You are
seen-
insane.
I haven't seen anything to consider the best because there's still so much more to come.
Isn't your favorite Nightmare on Elm Street just like mine is?
It's good.
Is it your favorite?
I don't like.
Child's Play is my favorite.
Nah,
What do you
fuck you, dude. Fuck you.
what?
Me and you argue about this all the time, and it's always Nightmare on Elm Street. And you're gonna tell me that that's a good story.
It is. If you go back and watch it after, okay, here's what they did. They made Child's Play 1. They made Nightmare on Elm Street 1. They
Okay.
made the first ones. All the first ones were literally their try hard, I'm gonna try to scare you movies. When they found out that they were not, they changed the way the genre was and they made it more comedic. That's why if you go back and you watch these, they are fucking hilarious. They are goddamn funny. Go back and watch Nightmare. It's all on fucking like HBO or something.
I agree with
You
you.
will laugh your ass off. I guarantee.
Just
it.
like the Leprechaun. Leprechaun does the same thing.
It's all hilarious. Like it's all
Yeah.
joke. It's like fucking Army of the Dead. It's like it's a joke horror. It's not supposed to fucking scare you.
Yeah.
We get scared because of the concept. The concepts, the stories. That's why I watch it's the what ifs. What if there was this fucking guy that
Nightmare on Elm Street 2 was a good scary movie too. They wasn't comedic in that.
No, go back and listen to anything else.
Okay, Nightmare on Elm Street is the one it's with the same girl, but it's with the guy, right?
Yeah.
It's with the guy. Yeah, there was nothing funny about that one. The
It-
third one is I'll agree with you on that one. But the third one is actually my favorite Nightmare on Elm Street.
Go back and watch it. It may have been a while, and listen to anything that Freddy Krueger has to fucking say. Anything that comes out of his mouth, trust me, you are gonna fucking laugh because it's comedic. Okay? I don't know what if the directors huddled up and they're like, hey, this horror thing was okay, let's change it up. Let's make it a little bit more funny.
I don't know what we got about comedic, but we were talking about story. And my point was that the fucking stories for the old classics, which are the best in my opinion, there's no fucking story and it sucks.
There
okay?
is story, and
that's why it's so good.
The concept is the story. The concept of
concept. I like it.
entity.
Yeah, it's something different, right? You have the leprechaun, you have a possessed child's toy, and then you have a dream.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, I like the
That's
concept.
what
Yeah.
I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. That's why I watch all these other ones to gain the concept of the creator, to see what they're trying to bring to the table, not just watch it because it's scary, but to see what the story or the concept has to bring out.
Yeah.
Like honestly, go watch. And I actually wrote a little list for you too. And we can even out of all of these right here, we can pick one, and I will go rewatch any of these because I fucking like them all. But out of newer shit, The Autopsy of Jane Doe, okay, we can watch that one. That one's fucking great. Matter of fact, if you want to stay with the whole fucking haunting shit, let's watch The Ritual, because that is the only newer possession movie that I will accept as something fucking different. And it has Anthony Hopkins in that bitch. And that movie is fucking great. And it's about possession. No, yeah. Not The Ritual, I apologize. No, the Rights. That's what it's called.
Oh, okay.
The Right.
I've seen
The Right with Anthony Hopkins. And that shit is fucking like
I saw advertisements for it, but I never saw it.
I watched that and I was like, this is how I want my possession movies. Right here. This is prime. Right here. It wasn't, oh, we're a new family, we moved in and there's some fucking an entity here, or there's this relic here, or this and that. No, this is Anthony Hopkins. A guy loses faith, goes to the church, and he's like, I don't even want to be a fucking.
Well, don't spoil it.
You know, this is literally the beginning. And Anthony Hopkins is like, no, let me sit you down and let me show you what the fuck is real. And it is great. And it's called The Right. It is the best possession movie I have seen in forever. And I'm saying that like, and you know exactly how I feel about this, because I don't give a shit about any of those movies. But this one is good. It's fucking fantastic. All the way from start to the ending. The Right.
The Right wasn't based on like a true story though, right?
Yes, it was.
Oh, it was.
It was?
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Really?
Yep.
Is loosely based on Matt Bellagio's book, The Right. It's from a book. So it's not this is what I'm reading on Wikipedia. So it's based on a book, but it's not, I don't think it's based on real life. Where I mean I could say The Conjuring is based on real life, but when they say based on a true story like that, they still convolute shit and they change a lot of shit. So but yeah, exactly. But the fact that they can say it's based on a true story, the Warrens are real people, and these are stories that they've given out of accounts they've had, is what makes this movie, I think. Because this is it's supposedly, right? If you believe in this kind of shit, it's the real thing. That's what makes this movie.
I mean, have you seen The Fourth Kind?
Yes. Yeah, that's with what's her name, right?
Mila Jovovich.
Yeah, Mila Jovovich. Yeah.
Yeah, that's based on true
events. We saw that together. Yeah.
So, like, just because it has that disclaimer doesn't mean shit.
No, yeah, of course. No, that don't mean shit.
But when you can put a face to the Warrens and know they're real people, that's kind of cool. People are like, oh shit, when they go to theaters, that's what's scary to them. They see that and they're like, oh shit, it's based on a true story. That's crazy.
Yeah, you tag that on to any. Look at Blair Witch. The fucking Blair Witch Project had that shit based on true story too. Yeah. The only thing that was true was they were in the fucking woods.
I agree with you. I agree with you. Yeah, I said that earlier. I agree with you.
That's how
it's
like
they loosely based on it.
Shit, even The Strangers, the movie The Strangers, one of my favorites at that too.
That's a good movie.
That was based on a true event. And you know what the true event was? The fact that the person who created it as a kid, somebody knocked on his door on Halloween, he went to open it and there was nobody there. That's how they can put those titles on there with shit like that.
Yeah, but you can.
A true event.
But you can't put a face to them. But you know who the Warrens are. They're actual demonologists in real life.
Yeah,
that's fine. I can be a self-proclaimed witch, and I can tell you my fucking witch story. And say that I have made a fucking movie about me being a goddamn witch.
I mean, well, the Warrens didn't make this movie. It's just based on them, is what I'm saying. Like, you can put a face to the Warrens. You know who they are. This is supposed to be a story out of the many encounters they've had. I think that's pretty cool. Because it's based on a true story. Like, if you didn't go in there knowing that and you thought it was just a fucking made-up movie, I can understand. But it's based on a true account, so I don't know.
I wasn't excited about it. And I'm not excited about this universe that I watched. That's all I'm saying. So long story short, whatever, it was fine. Going back to the movie, though, I'm done with my rant. I thought the witch, she was... I'm actually kind of done with them. I'm gonna go into what I thought was semi cool.
Yeah, tell us the points you thought were cool.
So the fact that this was the first of the cinematic universe, I did notice in the room with all the artifacts.
Yeah.
One of the big things that I saw was they had a picture of a nun back there, and that nun is actually the exact same nun from The Nun, which is in their universe. So they had already planned to do that. make this entire universe from the first movie,
Yeah.
which I found pretty cool. Mind you, there was also other relics also, I'm assuming, that are probably in the other movies too. But this is also where Annabelle starts. And one thing that I think is cool is they kind of did, like, I guess you can call it the Star Wars approach, where even though they released them, like, you know, The Conjuring came out, then Annabelle came out, blah, 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 blah. They're not in sequential order that way. There's actually a specific order you're supposed to be watching these movies in now that they're all out.
Yeah.
And I didn't realize that till yesterday when I was asking you. You know, how are we watching it? And, you know, you said you just cinematic release. So it's an actual A to B type of story with all the movies together. So watching it from the first one all the way down to the last, it's supposed to be sequential and how everything, because that's why in this one you hear about Annabelle and all that, when before this one you were actually supposed to watch the prequel to Annabelle before you watch this one.
I like doing the cinematic way is because it doesn't spoil it for you at the end, right? So if you go to the like their story or their arc, let's say, like the different demons or whatever the fuck is going on, then you already know what's gonna happen in the Conjuring movies, right? Because the Conjuring movies is where the main shit happens. So like for instance, like the second one, The Nun, right? That's Conjuring 2. So if you don't see The Nun before the Conjuring, then you have no idea what the fuck it is. So you're left to wonder what the hell it is. Then you can go watch the movie and see exactly why it is what it is. And that's why I was like, let's do it cinematically. Yeah. So yeah, you like the trinkets and shit in the movie?
Yeah, I did like that.
Yeah.
And
is that the only thing?
That's gonna be a yes sir for me. I'm trying to think, and then I don't know, and I know it was old, but like, and I know they were trying to hit with that fucking, was it early '80s type shit?
Yeah.
Groovy and all that, and the whole shitty fucking, they were outstanding actors, all of them, all the way down to the kids.
Yeah.
But it was just like, I felt that they tried too fucking hard to make it specifically hit that target time period, if that makes sense.
Well, it's
with everything that was happening and the whole fucking the sheriff. I hated him the most. I'm sorry, I hated the sheriff. I hated that.
The reason they have it in that time period is because the Warrens were that age at that time. Because right now they're old as fuck, so they're not gonna be able to make.
No, I totally understand that, but I'm saying like the acting was just like it just seemed too cookie cutter for me.
Do you know who? Okay, do you know who who directed this movie, right, Noe?
I was gonna say, yeah, James Wan.
Okay, so I loved how the whole movie revolves around this one house, right? And we get the video guy, and it's who is it? Do you remember the video guy's name?
I don't remember his name.
I don't remember his name.
I think James Wan made that character for for himself. Because the whole family's white, everybody's white, the Warrens are white, and there's just random Asian guy in there, and I'm like, and he's like the cool guy, you know, he's really fucking like, I don't know, I like that character a lot, and I was like, fucking James Wan, put him in there. I know he wanted to like make his own character and put himself in there, so that's what I thought about that guy when I saw that. So yeah, what did you like about the movie, Noe?
Shit. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay. Sorry. I don't know. The part that I guess like I do agree with Robert, like there was nothing like I just enjoyed it. I thought it was decent, but that moment where she freaks out, where she's looking out behind her husband on the lake, whatever, and you just see like the swinging of the witch. That part was kind of fucking cool. I'm not gonna lie.
I like how they transition into Lorraine's like abilities to see like the paranormal shit, you know?
Yeah.
I think, what is it? The second movie is fucking... You gotta watch The Conjuring 2, right? This is the intro to the series of the Warrens.
Dude, okay. Like, I do like part 2. I like part 2.
Part 2's better. Part 2's the best one.
Part 2's way better. Like...
Yeah.
I'm not gonna stop the universe. I won't. I'll continue. I'll tread on, you know.
Yeah.
I'm just not right now. You recommending this to me, I absolutely hate you for it.
It was the start of the cinematic universe. You got to give him some time. Let him, you know, stretch your legs.
James Wan, I love Saw, so I'm gonna give it a chance. You know.
Yeah.
Give it a chance.
My favorite parts of the movie, or things I liked in the movie, I liked the Warrens, obviously. What else did I like? I liked some of the standout parts was the witch standing on top of the dresser before she jumps off onto that little girl. That part I was like, oh fuck.
Pretty cool. That was crazy. Yeah, that was
Yeah. That was pretty cool.
See, that doesn't. Maybe it's just because I've seen a lot of horror movies. Like, you don't even like if we had like a stat comparison of my horror versus like probably both of y'all probably won't even equate because I watch literally everything.
You're probably
like,
just desensitized, dude.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like I see that, I'm just like, okay.
I mean, what did we watch last time downstairs? Was it Kilroy? That horror movie?
No, that was
not Killjoy.
Terrifier.
Right? Terrifier. There you go.
That was just fucking gore fest.
That movie was fucking. Oh my god.
That was literally like there ain't no story that much. That shit was gore fest.
Yeah. Then we got we saw the Annabelle doll because Robert's talking about the trinkets, so we saw the Annabelle doll.
Oh yeah.
We saw the nun picture. I love how he has that room filled with all those fucking trinkets and shit. That was so cool.
I did like the room. That
was a cool touch. I like that.
And I like how his daughter was like. I like how that scene where I don't know what the witch does. Like she does something to like fuck with the Warren's house, right? Like she goes there and like what does she do in the movie? She releases Annabelle, right?
Yeah.
She lets Annabelle out.
Yeah. There's like and then Annabelle's like an actual real life doll too. So that's real. Yeah. That's one thing that's true too. But yeah, it was cool. Annabelle was cool too. The mom being possessed.
That part. I hated that part too.
The mom being possessed.
I hated that so much.
It was crazy as fuck when they're trying to get the daughter out of the floorboards and she's possessed and she fucking crawls towards the daughter to try to, kill her or whatever. This is like right before they touch her head and like, I don't know, they like pray over her or some shit and she like, the demon's like.
See right there what you're talking about? Like that concept of somebody who is possessed and then like they're about to, get this helpless little girl.
Yeah.
That is what I'm talking about. When I watch horror, like that's what I look for. And that part I will give you. I hated the possessed mom, but the aspect that she got loose and was in those small ass tunnels to where no one's gonna be able to get to her fast enough.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like that concept of oh shit, like that is what I look for when I'm watching horror. Small, even if it's just small like that. That's what I said. I'll give it that. Like that part you're talking about. Yeah, that part's like, oh shit, like, are they gonna? But then it's the drawn out fucking. And I know I'm not gonna get what I want. I know that. Like, it's too dark. You're not gonna get that, especially out of an American horror film. That's not happening. Which is why I watch a lot of foreign, because a lot of foreign horror films, I get what I want. These people fucking, it ain't what you think's gonna happen. Like these motherfuckers, they're dead. Like that, she would have got murdered. You know what I'm saying? But that's a whole different story. Like that's a whole different thing.
Speaking on like the demon possession and whatever trope, I think that it's so played out. And
it really is.
This is my honest opinion, okay? And this is I think the scariest movie of all time is The Exorcist, and that has to deal with like a demon possession and shit like that of a little girl. So I think that is the greatest horror film of all time, The Exorcist. And since it's so good, people want to mimic that and they want to do that, and that's why you have so many. Some people do it good, some people do it shit. I think The Conjuring is fine for our time. I think they did an all right job.
Just watch The Rite for me. Please watch that. And then compare it to Conjuring. And like literally, like I want you to really compare. Like don't just go in and be like, okay, I'm going to assume this is shit.
So The Rite came out 2 years before The Conjuring.
Yes, it came out 2011. Before Conjuring.
Yeah.
So give it a shot.
I mean, I always wanted to give it a shot. Like I just never got around to it, so.
Do it. Trust me. It is worth the fucking watch. It is.
Yeah.
And this is me who I hate this possession shit, dude. I hate it. Trust me.
I loved how they in The Conjuring 2 how they had like in the movie they made it a point to have the Warrens traveling like different colleges and like showing people like footage and shit like that and educating them on it. That was cool, right, Noe?
Yeah, I thought that was real cool. I liked it.
Yeah. Like the fact that they were like teaching people, because they did that in real life too, right? They had seminars and shit like that.
Mm-hmm.
So, that was awesome. What was this film based on, Noe?
the Harrisville, I think it's called haunting.
The
I'm
Harrisville
not,
haunting. Okay.
yeah, I'm not too familiar with it, but that's what these events do. The film was based on.
Yeah.
And actually, I read into it that the actual mom from the family was there on set, like just hanging out, and Lorraine Warren was in the film, that part where he's in the teaching the students about the 3 stages of fucking possession. What is it?
Okay.
Shit, I forgot. But remember, he's like, there's 3 stages of possession.
Yeah. Fuck, I forgot what
Like
they
how
were.
the demon feeds on you, right? He tries to separate
Yeah.
you from everybody. Yeah.
Yeah, there's an old lady in the front row. That's actually the real Lorraine Warren.
Damn.
Oh, wow.
I didn't know
Yeah,
that they were in there.
Real
That's
legit.
kind of
Yeah.
That's fucking awesome. I didn't know that.
yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I'll agree with Robert. It's a typical possession movie, but there is a story to it, and it has the Warrens in it, which is why I like it so much, you know. And there's a universe with it too. So
Like, I know specifically why you kind of like it low key, and that's the whole, the fucking ghost hunting aspect too. And I know you like that
yeah,
when they set all that up and all that. I know you like that, and I can't,
dude.
and I can't fault it 100% because it's during the time where this shit was popular and popping.
Mhm.
So I get it. I totally get it. I just,
Dude,
I can't. I can't.
Noe, what was the scariest part of this movie for you?
Scary?
Yeah, when did you get like scared?
Dude, I don't know if I really like got scared. Honestly, to tell you the truth, it was just I just liked it.
So I talked about the witch on top of the dresser, but I think like the first time seeing this, right? First fresh time seeing this. The scariest part is when the mom's in the cellar and all the lights go off. She turns on the matches and you see the fucking 2 hands come out of the darkness and clap. Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
I was like, "Oh fuck." Like during that movie, I was like, "Oh shit." Like it was unique. It was unique. It was unique.
Oh,
I
you know
loved
what?
it.
No. One part I did like that they did well was the sheet part. I'm all for fucking entities that you can't see but get outlined. She's like, Miss Warren's outside and she's doing the sheets, and then like the fucking storm's about to come through, so she starts taking it off. And one of the sheets flies off and it hits something, and it's in the figure of a person.
Yeah.
And then it flies off up into the window, and that's how she knows to run upstairs, because she sees the witch in the window.
Yeah, she sees the
And
witch.
she runs upstairs, but by that time it's too late. The witch already possessed the mom.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But the sheet on the entity, I love shit like that.
Yeah, that was pretty cool.
That was good.
So yeah. Are we gonna? I mean, we want to finish the universe, right?
We can.
I mean, I'll agree. I'll watch The Right. I'll give that to Robert. You know, I had him watch Conjuring. He didn't like it. All right, I'll watch something that he liked. That's fine. But yeah, we should finish the.
What's the next one?
cinematic
Anyways,
I think it's Conjuring 2.
It's Conjuring 2.
no, it isn't. I think it's Annabelle.
Is it?
Yeah, cinematic release.
Oh, okay. Fuck. Well, is that what we're doing? Are we planning on watching that or going something different? Like,
I mean, since y'all watched it, y'all can watch. I say honestly, watch The Right.
Yeah.
I'll watch this. Yeah, let me see. Hold on. Because actually, the first movie that you'll need to watch technically is The Nun, non-cinematic.
I want to go to the cinematic route though.
Yeah, so it's cinematic route's gonna be The Conjuring, Annabelle, Conjuring 2, Annabelle Creation, The Nun, La Llorona, Annabelle Comes Home, and then The Devil Made Me Do It, which is the newest.
what's this movie called again? The Right?
Yeah, The Right, RITE.
You'll remember from Anthony Hopkins, like he's like a priest or some shit, and he's just like on the front page of it.
Dude, it's so fucking good. It's so good.
All right, boys. So we have so for next week we're done with Invincible. We have nothing to cover. Well, we do have 2 things to cover. Okay, we can do Bad Batch for Star Wars, which I'm gonna watch anyway. But hold on, and then we can do Jupiter's Legacy on Netflix for Robert.
Or how about Yasuke?
What's that?
What the fuck is that?
the animated series based on the Only Black Samurai
Is it
in
like
Japan
how long
during
is
the
it?
feudal era. It's only like 6 episodes, I think.
Is it all out already?
It's Netflix.
Okay, so then we can cover the whole thing, right?
Yeah, we could cover
Let
it.
me double check to see how many episodes though.
Well, while we're figuring out the show, what movie then?
The Right.
We can do the right.
We'll do the right then. Okay, I just
Okay.
want to be sure.
You can watch. I'll watch Annabelle, and then you watch The Right, and then we'll talk about.
I haven't seen Annabelle.
Oh, you haven't?
I've literally seen Conjuring 1, Conjuring 2. I was waiting for you to catch up so then we can watch them together.
Oh, you're technically behind.
Yeah. I've
All
only
right,
seen
so
Conjuring
then
1 and 2.
Annabelle and The Right for our movies, and The Right's mostly just a comparison of what I mean when I look for like.
We'll do the right this for next week, and then we'll do Conjuring 2 after that. But yeah, there's a lot of stuff coming, but we should still do Bad Batch and Jupiter. Everybody's saying Jupiter's Legacy is kind of mixed. Is that superhero show that got released on Netflix?
I've been hearing about it, but I saw a few clips in here and there, and it didn't pull me in. But if we're gonna do it, yeah, I'll do it.
I mean, I don't know what it's based on, but it's based on superheroes, so we can do
Yeah.
that. And then me and Noe can do Bad Batch. Are you gonna watch Bad Batch, Noe?
Yeah, I'll watch it, but that means Robert has to watch it. He can't eat games like Scott.
What the fuck are you talking about? I don't know anything about fucking Star Wars.
He
dude.
thinks
Stormtroopers.
he thinks the new trilogy is the best trilogy. I'll leave
I
it at
do.
that.
I like it.
What?
I don't Star Wars. How do you not know this? I don't Star Wars.
He doesn't
Well,
Lord of the
then-
Rings either.
No.
I don't Lord of the Rings. I've never seen Lord
What? You've never seen Lord of the Rings?
I don't Lord of the Rings
my
either.
God. All right. Well, we better end this show because it's been going on for pretty long.
of them. Okay.
Thanks for coming, guys. Thanks for listening to us. Remember, call your mothers if you haven't. Happy Mother's Day
Yes.
to the mothers out there.
Thanks for tuning in, guys.
Yeah, thanks for tuning in. Yeah, Planet Geek TV. Make sure to go follow us on YouTube, please. We need some more subscribers. We upload there every day. Yeah, exactly. We upload there every time we're finished with the show. So go check us out there, subscribe, and yeah, comment, like.
Thanks, guys.
Share. Tell people.
Tell people.
We'll be getting an official channel soon. So
We have it already. We're just waiting for people to switch over and
Yeah, switch over.
follow there. Yeah, go follow us on Twitch for Planet Geek TV too, so we can switch there. But yeah, have a good night, guys.
thank you so
And
much, Kevin Snake, but
we'll
we're
see ya.
actually about to end it right now.
Who says
bye.
that?